What's up everyone, this is your girl Tyler from Brisbane, Australia, and this is my Tyler from Brisbane, Australia, and this is my What's up everyone, it's your girl Tyler from Brisbane, Australia. I'm 25 years old and this is my first ever video and podcast documenting my journey through a recipe to getting somewhere. Growing up, I always knew that I was different. I wanted different things and I saw the world differently. So eventually I knew that I'd have to leave if I wanted to pursue the opportunities that I wanted. So I did. But it's literally took years of blood, sweat and tears. Like, this shit is hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not all flowers or fluffy bunnies or rainbows. Like, this shit is hard work. It's failures. It's all these emotions that you can't pinpoint whether it's that time of the month or you're just a moody bitch. It's betrayal you never thought possible. It's all these bad decisions. It's all these underlying issues that you thought you'd done so well to hide until one too many vodkas. It's people coming in and out of your life. It's fear, it's sacrifice. And that's why I wanted to do this vlog, you know, because we're so consumed by what we see on social media when half the time it's all bullshit. Like, nobody showcases all the late nights or the struggles or the amount of bread loaves it took to get there. But I've been there, you know, I've done that. Like, yeah, I'm young, but the things I've already been through, like, oh my God. Like, really, Jesus? Really? Now, if you haven't been following my story, let me just break it down a little bit for you. So I'm originally from Wellington, New Zealand. I come from a middle class background. I moved here 4 years ago. When I was 18, I moved to Auckland for about 6 months. Then I decided to move back home. And at 21, I decided that I was moving to Sydney and booked a one-way flight. Basically leaving my friends and family behind. You know, I moved basically knowing no one. I slept on a blow-up bed on the floor. I worked 2 jobs 7 days a week. I studied full-time whilst also working full-time. I went to Europe, had the craziest time of my life, came back to debt, literally up to my eyeballs. I was living beyond my means with a paycheck that barely covered bills. I was buying $500 Camilla dresses that I knew I couldn't afford. You know, there were days that I was living off wheat bricks and bread, or I'd save it some days so that I had it for the next day, or I'd just go without. I used unconventional ways to cope. I drowned my sorrows in KFC boxes and vodka bottles. I went through emotionally and mentally abusive situations. I suffered from severe anxiety, hit depression, and even contemplated suicide at one point, which a lot of people don't know about me. It wasn't until I moved to Brisbane a year and a half ago that I started to realise a lot of things, and a lot of things started to make sense to me. I realized I was so focused on pleasing other people and just being someone that I wasn't, that I forgot about pleasing myself and just doing what makes me happy. I started to learn about who I was, who I wanted to be, and just what I wanted in life, not how society wanted me to be or how everyone else wanted me to be and everyone thought that I should be. But it also taught me that that was what I loved, you know, not pleasing people but helping people. Entertaining people, making people laugh, just making people feel good. And that is my core purpose in life and basically the reason I do everything that I do. So currently I'm in real estate. I'm in a side business that helps promote health. I'm also kind of dabbling in the creative industry side of things. I mean, I spent $30,000 on a degree for it, right? So I may as well use it. I have a non-for-profit idea that I'm working on at the moment, and just really trying to figure out this whole life thing, you know? But the reason that I'm doing all these things is for freedom, you know, for financial freedom, lifestyle freedom, to live the life that I want to on my terms, not anyone else's. And one, if not all of these things, is going to help pave my way there. You know, you can't be free working a 9-to-5 job, and I realized this really early on. That's why, you know, I bought my first investment property, I stopped partying, I stopped hanging around negative people, I stopped working for the money. I love money, like I love pretty new things all the time, but when I changed all those things, basically everything else changed. Does that make sense? And like half the time I don't even know what I'm doing, and everyone's like, oh, you're doing such a great job at life, and I'm like, if you only knew that I break down like every 5 minutes. So I'm gonna let it out for you, basically exactly how it is, the realness, the journey I've taken to get to where I am now, to the journey I'm taking to get to where I want to be, because I know what I want, but it's more so how I go about getting there. You know, the path isn't clear, and I don't really believe that it ever is. So I'm kind of dipping my fingers in a few little things. You know, it could be riches, or it could be completely and utterly ridiculous, but you never know unless you try. So I want this vlog to help you to embrace the journey, to not care about what other people say or think about anything that you want to do, to understand that you aren't alone in the struggle, and just to be you and do what you've always wanted to do, to create your own success. So if you're ready for the journey, make sure that you are following and subscribing to all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, podcasts, to see what things I'll be cooking up next.